Hi, it's always a very refreshing moment to share knowledge and ideas with you that will help you build competent and comfortable solutions around what you do, your business endeavor, your life career, your skill, and whatever it is that you have found um, eligible to occupy you. My name is Julius Afolabi. I'm a value improvement strategist. Let me first of all thank you for always viewing and sharing and commenting and liking the contents that I share with you. And the truth is that it's not about barely the content value, but most importantly, applying the content value in order to ensure that there is a notable improvement in what you're doing and the results that you're getting. And also, very importantly, too, ensure that what you're making adjustments to improve your values as a person and the value of whatever it is that occupies your time and life. Well, the year 2020 is has been greeted with quite a number of things, and it's been very amazing, actually, for me, especially because there is life. Like I always maintain, life is not a right, but simply a privilege. And once you keep that at the back of your mind, you would be accountable for every moment and be conscious to enjoy every time that you have. And so today, what is the subject of interaction and intercourse of ideas is the fact that success is not by proxy. Success never happens by proxy. You see, during the lock time, it's about half the year, and there are quite a number of things that may look practically impossible as against your plans on the first of January or in the first month or in the first quarter of the year. Like it's often done before the year begins. Individuals, businesses, companies, ministries, families sit together and draw up a blueprint for the next year. They have them cascaded in their achievable goals in quarterly goals, half yearly goal, and then 9 months, and then the year. Just like you have in HR, you have mid-year appraisal and the end of the year appraisal, which determines promotion, the next set of promotion in the next year. So growth is one thing that every living being desires. And so when there's anything or any occurrence that wants to stand in the way of your growth, it is greeted with a lot of what fight. And so in the beginning of the year, I don't know what exactly could have been on your mind, but the pandemic, the reality, and the falsity of COVID-19 may probably have gotten in the way. But I'm sure that the, the 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 pandemic or the coronavirus uncertainty and reality may have greeted you with a lot of necessity for adjustment. So adjustment is one thing that we cannot run away from on a daily basis. But the focus of my discourse in this video is the fact that self-doubt can stop your success. Other people's doubt may not stop you, will not stop you, cannot stop you, but self-doubt will. The moment you lose confidence in yourself, other people's confidences may not aggregate enough to power your personal will in order to pursue the reality of your goal. That's the sincere truth. During the lockdown, especially early this month, I was privileged to travel about 14 states of this country. And in my journey, I tried to do a lot of observation and exploration in the marketplace, in the business place, individuals, town, city, leadership, assessment of the cost of living, the standard of living, and it's an amazing thing. And I've discovered that one way in which you can expound your horizon in the analysis of life, value, business, and whatever is to travel. You always see things from your own limited perspective, but when you get into another environment, it nurses and nurture a different outlook entirely on how you see things. I remember back in many years ago in my primary school, I had difficulty with. I was a science student, and that was driven by the motivation to read. I had this belief that science students like to read and they read a lot, and because I had a passion for reading, I joined the science class, even though I was very good in the commercial class. But then I got to a point where in my SS3, I decided that I can't continue to deceive myself, and I needed to change, to move from the science class to the commercial class. And so I met the accounting teacher, then Comrade J.A. Apple, then, and then the commerce teacher, Mr. MK, I think Dr. MK Lawal now. And I met them that I needed to change, move from science class to the commercial class. Everybody, including the teachers and everyone, doubted the reality of that possibility. But I was so certain that I was going to do it. And I was committed. The principal, the principal told me to write a letter of undertaking that I was going to make beyond 60% in each of the commercial class related courses. I mean, exams. And meanwhile, I told my parents that I'm having challenges with sciences and I needed to move to the commercial class. And it was like my parents weren't so later to have understood the difference between the two. But I was convinced that I was going on the wrong lane and I needed to make a U-turn. One of the most effective way of managing success is what? Failure management. And one aspect of failure management is U-turn management. U-turn management. Upturn and U-turn management. Know where your peak is and know where your valley is and know when it is right for you to make a U-turn. I understood very well that going further, I was doing very well in physics, but the highest score I ever had in chemistry was 49, and that was disgraceful. And it was obvious my notes were never complete. I don't know for what so reason. But then I was sure that that wasn't the way to go, and I had to make a U-turn. So I penned down the letter of undertaking, and this was what I did. I met a classmate of mine, then by name Onyebuchi Onwube, was actually very good in accounting, and I undertook 2 hours every day to go home with him to teach me accounting. I started learning accounting from my classmates, and he started taking me on that lecture every day after school for 2 hours. I go home with him, sometimes 3 hours. I go home with him in order to be able to catch up with the accounting classes. And then for the commerce class, I had to buy the textbook and told the teacher that I was going to do extremely well. You know what? In the end, I made an A in commerce, made an A2, even one of the best score in that particular subject. And in accounting, I made a C4. Eventually, I studied accounting, and my classmate that taught me the accounting eventually studied economics. What am I trying to say? That's why I'm trying to tell you, to make you understand that what success never happens by proxy. So your confidence in yourself determines to a large extent if you're going to succeed or not. Your personal conviction about your decision to a large extent is going to determine what kind of success you're going to have. What kind of success you're going to have. Even Jesus Christ, the Messiah, at a point in time, in John chapter 7, verse 5, it was said that neither his brethren believed in him. So everybody is not going to believe in your dream, for crying out loud. And you don't need everybody to believe in your dream to succeed. Once you are convinced, once you are clear, once you are ready to go the extra mile to pursue the reality of what that possibility that you have seen. You see, this is one miracle about a vision. Now, I don't have any doubt why God, in his utmost wisdom, said that without vision, a people will perish. That's to say, and what is vision? Vision is an intangible possibility that you are tangibly pursuing its reality. I come again. A vision is an intangible possibility that you are tangibly pursuing its reality. That means that your vision is clear enough. It will govern your behavior. It will toughen your will. It will power it. You will be self-motivated to pursue that particular dream. Jesus was absolutely convinced about what he was called to do, even though his closest associates didn't believe him. At times, your family members, even your wife, your husband, may not believe in your dream. But do you believe your dream enough to pursue it? If you are clear about your dream, if you're personally convinced about your dream, you won't be cajoled cheaply out of it. Nobody will talk you out of it, because every time you sit down, you see the reality of that intangible possibility, that the reality is possible with a practical pursuit. Many times in my life, I have been almost cajoled to go the wrong way, but because of personal conviction, because of self-confidence and God confidence, I've always triumphed. In my university days, there was this tough lecturers. There are some lecturers in school that are purely cantankerous. Yes, they may be professors, but they are oppressors in practical terms. Now, this lecturer said that A was for God, B was for the school, C was for him, and possibly a D was for the best student. So there was this fear created in everybody. Unfortunately, he was to be my project supervisor. And I didn't want to just copy and paste my project like every other student will carelessly and ignorantly do. Many people purchase their failure right in history. From history, they purchased their failure. What happened now, their failure, their present failure, is the maturity of their failure, the failure they purchased in history. So I told myself I wasn't going to do a copy and paste project. So I chose a topic in inflation accounting, unknown to me that this same cantankerous lecturer had just completed a master's degree in the University of Wisconsin in inflation accounting. Then, how was it possible to have bagged an A in that course? I can tell you, I wrote the project, I chose my own topic, selected my own samples, developed my own questions, developed a case study, did this. It says, seest thou a man that is diligent in his business? He will not stand before miscreants. He will not stand before cheap people. He will stand before kings. I spent 13 solid months to write my project, but I came out with an A right before the lecturer that said it wasn't possible to get an A. I'm here to tell you in this video that your confidence in yourself is going to make your success happen. I've got countless examples and scenarios in my personal life that gives me the confidence to tell you that self-doubt will ring you before other people's doubt in you. The moment you fail to believe in yourself, you have commanded every other person not to believe in you. David was so confident, everybody was doubtful about his capacity to confront Goliath. But he was so confident, he was self-confident, and he was God-confident. And therefore, what happened? What he said, his dream of bringing down Goliath, which happened in minutes, but his preparation were over time. Nobody is an overnight success. Success happens through time, through times of preparation, through times of developing, of tooling up, of upscaling your value and virtues. It doesn't happen by the snap of the fingers. Success does not happen by proxy. Self-doubt is one of the serious antagonists of what? Of success in life. Sometimes people want to lure you with attractive distractions, right? Yes. They give you a position to kill your dream. They keep you in a system. They purchase your loyalty with a bait that keeps you restricted and frustrates your dream. They turn your dream into a nightmare. This happens everywhere. In the office, when they know you are particularly good in a particular place, they keep you there. They promote you in that particular place so that they can keep you there. Meanwhile, the horizon of what you carry, the horizon of your capacity transcends beyond that particular place. Until you grow in knowledge, until you enlighten yourself, until you are a deep thinker, you think further, you are an independent thinker, you are able to synthesize options and take an helicopter view, you may not be able to divorce yourself from your self-limiting beliefs. Sometimes back in my place of worship, there was an option for an ordination, but I was aware of the limitations of the system, that I'll be submitting my own dream to the dream of the system, and I'll be personally accountable for that omission, and therefore I declined. Just like Jesus said, they said, come and be our king. He said that my own dream is superior to your kingship. That's self-confidence. That's a personal conviction. That's a realm of personal conviction that champions who you want to become. Who are you designed to be? And who exactly are you today? It may be half year. Time horizon could slate that some have already crossed into the second half of the year. The year is not ended. This is just the first half. And we know that better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. So I welcome you into the better half. I'd like you to go back to your vision board and look at it again. What confidence have you developed? What capacity have you developed that will fuel your confidence to pursue your goal to its reality? This is the message. It's very clear this morning. That what other people's doubts may not stop you, will not stop you, cannot stop you, but self-doubt will certainly stop you. So don't be the hindrance in your own journey. Think about this critically and have a wonderful time. Have you learned anything from this video? I'd like to get what your thoughts are, your contribution, your constructive criticism about this perspective in the comment section. At the same time, you could just be a blessing by sharing this video with somebody that needs to upgrade his own self-confidence and exterminate self-belief in order to arrive at the place that he is designed for. Once again, my name is Julius Afolabi. I'm a value improvement strategist. I help individuals, high net worth individuals, organizations and businesses to develop compatible business solutions, locally compatible business solutions, and globally competitive business concepts and ideas. It's been a wonderful time. Thank you for investing this time, and I'll see you again in my next video. So watch out and subscribe to my YouTube channel. There are quite a number of books that I've been privileged to read. They'll be of immense value to you. Thank you, and God bless you.